Hello, my friends, and welcome to The Chew, where we ask this question. Are we choosing the way of Jesus, or are we choosing our own way? My name is Robert Wallace, and I want to invite you as we look at freedom today. We've celebrated Independence Day in the United States on Monday, and we've looked at independence, living last, today, freedom. Jesus said this, "The Spirit of the Lord is on me, because he has anointed me to proclaim good news to the poor. He has sent me to proclaim freedom for the prisoners and recovery of sight for the blind, to set the oppressed free, to proclaim the year of the Lord's favor." Luke chapter 4, verses 18 and 19. It's interesting, isn't it? Jesus never busted anyone out of jail, did he? I remember for the longest time I puzzled over this verse. The Jews certainly expected a Messiah that was going to take control, was going to remove them from under the rule of the Romans. And yet Jesus didn't do any of that. In fact, he didn't come to provide physical freedom. If we consider the truth of Jesus' message and his mission, the spiritual, we see that he did set captives free. People were healed of diseases. The lame walked. The blind were given their sight. And probably the greatest of all healings, Jesus set people free from religious bondage. Now, don't be upset with me here. Remember the Sadducees and the Pharisees. Well, the Sadducees were adamant that you had to follow every dot and tittle of the law, and they had created more laws, hundreds of them. God only provided 10. In John chapter 8, verse 32, Jesus said this, "Then you will know the truth, and the truth will set you free." Jesus revealed the truth of God. Many were set free from the bondage of sin and entered into a relationship with the Father through Jesus. How about this? Paul and Silas were in prison, held captive, and yet we read in Acts chapter 16, verse 25, this, "After midnight, Paul and Silas were praying and singing hymns to God. The other prisoners were listening to them." Now here these two men are, they're chained in bondage in a prison, and yet they are singing hymns loud enough for everyone to hear it and know it. These two men may have been physically in prison, yet they knew the freedom that was found in Jesus alone. How about Mark chapter 10, verse 45? "For even the Son of Man did not come to be served, but to serve, to give his life as a ransom for many." Jesus spent his life on earth living in independence from the entanglements of this world. Living last was his intention and model for us to follow. He lived in freedom from the cares of this world with his sights set on the eternal things of God. Jesus wants you and I to experience this same level of independence in this life, living last in his freedom. So which way are you choosing? Are you choosing the way of Jesus, which leads to life? Or are you choosing to follow your own way? I pray that as you consider what I've shared here today, if you've missed any of the chews this week, so I want you to encourage you to go back and review those. And as you do, invite the Holy Spirit to give you eyes to see and ears to hear God's truth from his word. Have a receptive heart and mind to receive these truths. And then, as the Holy Spirit leads you to make corrections in your life, do so with the same boldness, commitment, and courage of Jesus. I pray you'll have a wonderful day, my friends. Go in the peace of God. Blessings to you. Bye for now.